2016, Obama's America. This movie is going to be huge. Whether you agree with it or not, and whether you like Obama or not, doesn't really matter. It's a movie that everybody should see. Dan and I went to see this movie tonight. We were very impressed. We laughed at spots. We didn't laugh and cry. We pretty much laughed through most of it.
You didn't mention the fact that we had been drinking.
True, very true. And we are continuing to do that right now. Let's talk about a few things in this movie. There were a lot of references to different people in Hollywood because, you know, of course, the power and the money in Hollywood has been, you know, thrown back and forth for the last 4 years and will be for years and years to come. I was a little offended, actually a little puzzled. I can't say offended, but it didn't make sense when they came up with this whole Rita Hayworth thing. And it didn't go over my head, but I just didn't want it to go through my head. I was looking at it saying, okay, this is being taken a little too far. So we don't go along with the Rita Hayworth concept. What were some of the things you noticed?
Well, I think that they used scare tactics. I mean...
Well, that was the design of the movie, of course.
Yeah, but I mean, some of the things were, I think, like take women, for example.
Yeah.
When they said that if Obama is reelected, that by 2016 there will not be any diamonds left in the world.
Well, they didn't say that there wouldn't be any diamonds left in the world per se. They said that they would not necessarily be affordable. He wanted to promote the zirconium thing, and tax it, not because of the fact that, you know, you can get more money in taxes, but he felt that the way the diamond workers in Africa that go into these diamond caves and mines obviously are not being treated well. They get paid that I think once a week they're allowed to go in, and whatever they can find in an hour they can keep. So that's why, you know, they were pushing the whole qubit zirconium thing, and I don't understand how this can be part of a presidential conversation, but it's true, and he has touched upon that in the past, and we'll push it hard in the next 4 years.
There was one thing in the movie that I didn't really get.
Yeah.
Was when they were talking about they mentioned the Rhino Delta.
Right. You know, I saw the look of surprise on your face, and I'm surprised they even brought this up in the movie at all. The Rhino Delta, it's actually an island. I guess it was formed, it was a delta when it formed in, you know, millions of years ago. So they call it the Rhino Delta. It's off the coast of Mexico, on the south end of the Gulf. And it was named for the fact that there were rhinos on this island. There, you know, they said at its peak population it was about 900. 3 years ago, there were only about 9 left. And Obama, with his health care bill, did a little side saddle as a goodwill gesture, means to create a park to raise the rhino population. The Republicans went nuts. It was only $1.8 million, but the Republicans went nuts. And it's obviously working because there were 9, and now there are about 90 in only 2 years. The $1.8 million is about what it costs to take care of one rhino in the Washington Zoo. People think, why would it cost so much? When a rhino is not like a cat. When it gets sick, or a dog, you don't just like put it in the minivan and go to the vet. You don't like, you know, go to the rhino and say, ooh, hey, you want to go out? Want to go bye-bye? And the rhino's like, the rhino will bite your freaking head off. So you need all this security, you need all these tools, you need a trained staff, and you need people who understand rhinos. $1.8 million is a drop in the bucket compared to what else was spent that was saddled on. The Republicans called it more pork. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it at all. The interesting part, the most interesting part is that the Rhino Delta population of rhinos has gone from 9 to 90. The human population, which is small to begin with, has gone from 3,500, I think they said, to like 3,350.
Why is that?
Well, it would appear that a lot of people are being killed by rhinos. So, the cancer cure. They made this claim that part of the cancer research on the Obamacare bill was this ethanol program, that supposedly ethanol is a cure for, or potential, I shouldn't say cure, potential treatment for skin cancer. which I was like, what the hell is that all about?
You know who came up with that?
With the ethanol thing.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't come up with it, but he was involved in donating to the research. Go ahead. No, it's
Marvin
true.
Hamlish.
Marvin Hamlish. That's correct.
Was involved in this funding the initial research.
Yeah, and that's why, because when he was diagnosed with skin cancer, see, they say right now he died of an undisclosed illness because of his controversial involvement, and he wanted to be kept secret. But I just find it interesting. He died a week before this movie came out. Now, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but you got to think to yourself, the guy dies a week ago, and here they are spending 8 minutes talking about using ethanol to treat skin cancer. They never mention Marvin Hamlish's name.
Yeah. I thought it was a little far-fetched. The idea that if Obama is reelected by the year 2016, we won't have faucets in our kitchen.
Not that we won't have faucets. It's water faucets as we know them, that can be turned off at certain times. We will not have the same type of knobs, but the faucets we're going to shut off during times of drought or times of water shortages.
By the government.
By the government. Well, for example, one reason was because of fracking. You know, they're all talking about fracking now. Andrew Cuomo supports it. You know, you blow apart the bedrock, you blow apart the crust of the earth so that gases can come up, so that you could use it to sell fuel that you can tax. And if you see the videos where a guy holds a lighter under his faucet and there's a flame coming out with the water, take a look. Amazing, right? So
I can do that with my ass.
And so can my nephew. Look at this.
It's all in the movie.
It's all in the movie.
Back up a second. I need to see clarification. Wait a minute. It's Rob Schwimmer.
Okay, tell him to be interesting or you're going to hang up on him.
Dr. Schwimmer?
In the house.
Have you seen 2016? Obama's 2016? So
Yeah.
So obviously you've seen the movie. So what part of the movie would you like to comment on?
More sex in the future. I thought that was, you know, just I thought that, you know, the fact that it looks like, you know, following the statistics and everything, that I'll actually be having more sex in 4 years from now was a pretty compelling argument.
Okay, let me just clarify this for our viewers. He's kidding around about the sex thing, but he's not. What they talked about was the fact that the average family has been having less children in this bad economy, and they're talking about in 2016 when he's finally out of office, their take on it is that people will see a better economy coming, and the average family will have 4 or 5 kids instead of 2 or 3.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Obama, my lord. Obama. Obama, my lord. Obama.
Dr. Robert Schwimmer, ladies and gentlemen.
Dr. Robert Schwimmer.
At your cervix. Yeah. Okay.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Obama's America 2016. Love him, hate him. You don't know him.
Should I hate him?
You don't even know him.
Now playing in selected theaters. I know it's playing near me, obviously, because we both went to see it. Drunk. We had a hell of a time. I recommend it. Go see it.